Wolf here, your district's academic and career planning coordinator. Just giving you a little bit of background on what you can expect during advisory periods with the delivery of Xello lessons and what Xello is. First, to get started, I do want to put your minds at ease a little bit. The Xello lessons delivery take really no teacher prep. The standard format is going to be a 2 to 3 minute video explaining the day's lesson and what students need to complete. It'll have suggestions on when to pause the lesson or pause the video so that students can engage in the lesson, as well as a PDF that'll be attached at the bottom that focuses on notable 9 skills of the month, upcoming announcements about ACP events, and then the lesson of a day, what it is, what the essential question is that applies to it, as well as things that students could work ahead on if they've completed their task for the day. So what does an email look like that you'll get? So the start of the Xello week, when you have an advisory lesson coming up, you'll receive an email identifying the advisory period that you are in charge of, grade level, and so on. And then instructions regarding, in this case, the Google slideshow that should be open as students enter and begin with the instructions so that they can be prepared for the lesson. Then second, you'll need to advance to the next slide and then play the video. There'll be suggestions as to when to pause twice so that students can complete an activity. And then lastly, there's a summary slide that is that PDF that I have attached for you so students can look back on what they need to complete for the day. Here is an example of what an advisory lesson looks like that you would be delivering. Hello, 8th graders. I'm Mr. Wolf, the district's academic and career planning coordinator. Today, you will be engaging in your first career planning lesson of the year. It is very important that you are making a connection between what you are learning in the classroom and how it will help you to be successful in whatever career you choose. When you are engaging in today's tasks and other career lessons, please engage fully so that your individual career plan develops as it should. Focus on you, who you are, and who you want to be. By focusing and doing your best to complete lessons honestly, you will get the best results for your career plan. Students at this time should begin by logging into their school Gmail accounts. Teachers, you may want to pause this video at this time until all students are logged in. Once students are logged into their Google accounts, they should go to the waffle in the upper right-hand corner of their Gmail. Scroll down to the bottom of the apps to find the Xello logo. It looks like a ship's navigational wheel. Click on that to log in. You may be prompted to add an additional email address. You can simply choose to close this. Once on Xello's homepage, you will see the 3 pillars of the Xello program. The About Me section, that is just that, all about you. The Explore, full of many options for you to explore your future. And the Plan section, where we will create individualized career plans for the students throughout this process. Now let's get started. We dive into the Explore pillar of the 3 pillars I just mentioned. Within that pillar, we're going to do some research on the types of careers students may be interested in. You can filter in many different ways, such as interest in only a high school education, 2-year, 4-year university. You can search alphabetically. You could choose to search for a specific career you already know you're interested in. Once you get into a career, you click on it. In here, you can explore job descriptions, what career cluster it's a part of, other careers that come off of it, find out if it's in demand, and so on. Once you have identified that you like this career, you will click the Save button. The first objective for today is for students to save 3 careers, again within the Explore Career Options component. Students, you will be able to go back, change, remove, and add careers in the future. This is just a quick look at what interests you at the moment. Teachers, you again may want to pause this video for about 5 minutes. Return to your home page by clicking the Home button at the top of the screen. When When you return, you will be looking for a lesson labeled Skills. You'll complete a varied series of activities helping you to identify what skills are necessary to complete specific tasks. As the lesson continues, you will identify your skills and strengths. Today, Xello's lesson is all about understanding the importance of skill development in the classroom and how the skills you gain will help you be successful in any career you choose. Sometimes when you are in the classroom, a lesson, it may be difficult for you to understand how the content you are learning will specifically apply to your future. Often the skills you are developing in a lesson are as important as the content to your future. When you turn and talk, you are developing communication skills. When you are given a task to complete, you are thinking critically and problem solving. When you are given a long-term project, you must use organizational and time management skills to ensure successful completion of the task. These are just a few of the many skills you are developing every day in class that will help you be successful in any career you choose in the future. Please engage fully. Take this opportunity to develop your career plan seriously. The results will help ensure your academic and career plan is personally tailored to who you are and who you want to become. At this time, please complete the skills assessment in Xello. Continuing from there, we have a well laid out Xello program that has 4 specific lessons for each grade level. I will be coming in and delivering a more personal one-on-one lesson at some point for each of the grade levels throughout the year to be their 5th lesson. This will all be in addition to the 3 career speaker lessons that we will have throughout the year like we did last year, where students will meet with local professionals and learn a little bit about how they chose who they are and what they want to be. Again, as I mentioned before, Xello has a 3-pillar system. It's about the student themselves, their needs, their likes, their dislikes, their skills. There's also the Explore section, which allows them to explore a variety of careers and pathways, places they may go, things they may choose to do for their future. And then thirdly, the Plan section, where students can lay out goals, set plans for what their future will look like. The About Me section, again, focuses on their interests, skills, and self-knowledge. Explore, focused on careers, schools, programs they could take in the future to reach their goals. And then lastly, that goals section that will include things like potential goal setting that you could utilize also in your classroom, as well as completion of a career plan for students throughout this process. There are multiple Xello tools that will be able to be used in the classroom by the end of this school year as we're working to do our data integration, which will allow you to see your students in your specific classes throughout the year. But that is still coming. Goal setting is an option for you in the plan section right now, teachers. You can go in there, add a plan for the student, and ask your students to set goals for your individual classes so that they can interact with them and see how they develop and grow. Also in the About Me section, students are able to upload information and create a digital portfolio of work they've completed. You could ask a student to load a test they've completed in your class, or maybe take a picture of something they completed in art, or a paper or project they're specifically proud of. Basically creates a social media of the schoolwork they've done throughout their time at your middle school. That digital portfolio is located in their About Me section. Down at the bottom, there's a digital portfolio link for the students to click where they can go into and attach different things and create a portfolio for a specific course. So you could have them, add their social studies course there and upload specific things. There's also a timeline that students can work in to save their experiences as they go through their time in middle and eventually high school here in our school district. Xello is really an all-encompassing program. I'm hoping through the easy delivery of the lessons via email from me to you, showing exactly what the students need to complete on a daily basis, as well as why it's important. Hopefully the students will engage and will be able to complete things and get more of a timely delivery of their ACP lessons. I'm going to wrap up with a short video about Xello so you can see a little bit more about it and how it's used by students.
engaged student is a successful student. It's as simple as that. You've got some kids saying, I know where I'm going, just show me how to get there. And then you have students who don't think there's anywhere for them to go. You have to be able to support both of those students and everybody in between. Get them to take a real look at themselves and see what that means for their future. When you say to students, to any student, your life is not a one-size-fits-all thing. Let's take a look at who you are and how you learn and what interests you and figure out where that can take you. And let's map out how you can get there. You're giving these kids a real reason to care. They see just how much possibility is out there. That's when the switch flips and a student realizes they have a hand in their own destiny. And that changes how a student's going to view school and learning and their whole story. There is a difference in test scores, in attendance. It's this positive culture around academics. Proof you can point to and say, these kids have the confidence to tackle the next step, whatever that might be. What happens when students are investing in themselves, it's remarkable.
All right, middle school teachers, thank you very much for your time. I hope this gives you a little bit more of an understanding of what Xello is. Hopefully it helps you to understand that this is going to be as simple as possible, set up through the single sign-on. In Gmail, students all have their accounts set up and they can pop right in. If there are any issues, please send me an email and I will get it figured out. But in general, it's been very smooth for students to get in and work with to date.